Greetings, everyone. Hope all of you are having an absolutely fantastic day. We're back again with more Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. Let's get into it. We were having a discussion with the Hand of the Inheritor. Let's go ahead and finish that so that we can move on to other quests. There shouldn't be any secrets between us, champion. The very instant that Queen Galfrey sent you to this dark place, I swore to myself that I would do everything within my power to ease your burden. Why did you follow me to the abyss? Because my duty and honor demanded that I do so. You were facing a great mission and a colossal challenge, while those who remained behind merely had the honor of protecting what you had already liberated from the demon hordes. My heart told me that my help would be needed here more. How does it feel for you to be in a place like this? This is not my first foray into the abyss, though it is the first time I have come here to watch and talk rather than do battle. On more than one occasion, I and other warriors of heaven have descended to this evil and corrupted place to bring retribution to the vile and grant salvation to their victims. For better or worse, heaven and the abyss cannot engage in an open war, though I can recall some moments when we seemed to teeter on the precipice of just that. All we can permit ourselves are raids and skirmishes along the border. Is ultimate victory over the demons even possible? It is. But it's not the kind of victory you dream of. The Hand of the Inheritor remained silent for a while before speaking in a heavy, hollow voice. The abyss lives while evil lives in the hearts of mortals. Demons don't just appear from nothing. Most of them originate from the souls of people who committed themselves to evil while still living. That's why the war with the abyss, should it ever start, may be never ending. The place of each fallen demon will be immediately taken by a new one. That's why our only true chance to secure ultimate victory will emerge only after we exterminate all evil in the world. We must achieve a situation where not a single soul would voluntarily resort to evil deeds, when mortals themselves, by their own free will, turn to the light all at once. But no one in the universe knows how to achieve that, and many who have tried ended up as tyrants and false prophets. May heaven guard me against such a fall. What are your thoughts on Galfrey's latest order? Iomedae has never striven to rule over mortals. She has only guided and helped them, so I should follow her example and never try to interfere with your way of life or question it. What I will say is that I am as certain of the necessity of our mission as I am the sharpness of my blade. What surprised me, and truth be told, unsettled me too, is the cruelty with which my noble sister-in-arms Galfrey dispatched you here. The Queen has every right to give orders to her commander, but a right without righteousness is worth little. Is there anything you can help me with? I will follow you everywhere, remaining invisible, so our enemies will have not the slightest suspicion of my presence. When you need advice, I will give it to you, and when you are stricken by disease, I will come to your aid and dispel it. No matter how long you may have to travel through the abyss, you can always be sure that I am near, and heaven has not forsaken you. How do you hide yourself from the demons? This magic spell turns me into an invisible spirit, hidden from the eyes of everyone who was born in the abyss, and whose heart has been blackened by evil. Those who hail from other planes are capable of seeing me if they use magical sight of some kind, as well as those few whose woeful fate was to be born and raised here while carrying light and purity in their souls. But my protection from demons is very effective, and will work until I myself decide to appear in my true form to join the battle or help someone in need. I have no more questions. Sincerity between the two of us is very important. Can you heal me? All right, heal me up. Let's talk with, what's this? Oh yeah, place has been sanctified. Let's talk with Arueshalae. Arueshalae's shoulders are stooped. Staring at the floor, she hands you a scented letter and whispers, "Take a look." The short letter is written in ornate gold lettering on pink paper. "My darling venomous butterfly, welcome back home to our cozy little town. Would you like to visit an old friend? I can't wait for our reunion. Always yours, D. The one who sent me this letter. I hoped I would never hear from him again, but it was inevitable. He found out that I was in the city. Of course he did. And now, Desna helped me. The thought of seeing him again terrifies me. But this is simply part of my journey, isn't it? I can't just run away from the sins of my past. I have to at least try and make amends. And if I can't, then I must ask for forgiveness. Who is this D? Demalchio. Do you remember the shadow from my nightmares? That's him. I used to consider him my crowning achievement, but now I'm ashamed to remember him at all. He was an Azada once, a true hero, a knight and a poet, a defender of the weak, the pride of Elysium, and I corrupted him. I made him fall in love with me. I broke his heart. I made him commit foul crimes I cannot even describe, and when he became indistinguishable from a demon, I left him in the abyss. And now he wants to see me again. I'm frightened and ashamed. Venomous butterfly? I've heard those words before in your dream. That is what my nightmare calls me, my most horrific disgrace. There was a time when that name suited me perfectly. I've poisoned so many souls. I've ruined so many beautiful creatures, both mortal and not. The succubus shakes her head forlornly. Almost all of them are dead now, but this nightmare of mine is still alive, and that means there may still be hope of saving him. Are you going to accept the invitation? I don't want to. You have no idea how afraid I am. What will I say? How will I look him in the eye after everything I've done to him? But I feel I must do this. I must see him. I must tell him that a fall like his is not a death sentence, that there is a way back. And if he won't listen to me, Arueshalae looks down once again. I'll simply ask for his forgiveness. What do you want from me? Please, Arueshalae gasps as if she's deprived of air. Please, let's go there together. I must see him again, face to face. I must try to save him from the abyss. I doubt it's possible. I know how much I've corrupted him. But I must try, nevertheless. I must. And yet I can't do it on my own. I just... The succubus sobs and buries her face in her hands. What brings you here? Oh, we never talked about this? How do you feel about reconciling with your mom? Lange scratches his head pensively. It's weird. I think I feel happy about it, but I also feel like the rug's been pulled out from under me. You know, I never even admitted to myself that I was angry at her. I didn't let myself even consider it. I took all my anger out on myself, on the demons, and still, it was like I was carrying around a huge boulder, and now that the weight is gone, I don't know how to live without it. She went back to Nerosian, but she gave me her address. It's strange to think I can write to her, tell her what's on my mind, ask for her for advice. I was used to her not being around, to the idea that she was gone forever, and now I have to get used to her being in my life. Lange smiles. Thank you, Professor Snape, for not letting me off the hook. I was mad. I'd have sooner run into the wound and hugged a demon than gone to see her. But it turned out you were right. Thank you. I don't know what the situation is with your parents, but if you get the chance to hug your mom, do it. I found out everything I wanted to know. Do you still want revenge on the demons for your family's suffering, or has something changed? You know, I guess something has changed. I really wanted to make the demons pay for everything. For mongrels being cast out, for my mom's tears, for my dad's early death, for the lumps in my porridge. But after I reconciled with Mom, I realized a lot of things. I realized that I just hate feeling helpless. That's it. Whenever I don't know what to do, I start thinking everything is my fault. I thought I hated the demons, but I actually just hated myself. Before this crusade, I'd never even met a demon. And then, when I saw what they turned Windowog into, what they were doing on the surface, it's like everything suddenly became crystal clear. I realized that demons must be destroyed, not because he spat in my ancestors' soup way back when, but just because they are the evil that we must defeat if we want to live. I watched them die from my arrows, and I know I'm doing the right thing. Of course, it's a drop in the ocean, but as long as my hands obey me, as long as my eyes can see the target, I still have hope that I can do something important. There's still time for that. Thank you for the answer so long. All right. Demalchio and... oh, so we do already have lands. And we need... Camellias, right? Where's that? What is your heart's desire? Okay. So Camellia, land, and Arueshalae. Okay. So I really kind of hate this part because you end up taking party members that you haven't built up properly, but it's all right. So let's see. Oh, he's still in red? That's weird. Oh, but it doesn't... by visiting a healer, maybe the what's his name is not capable of resting him up properly though. All right, let's go to sleep.
I'm gone.
Because actually, if we go to sleep...
Tell me this. How come you're so sure you're really talking to spirits and not just hearing voices in your head?
For the same reason I am certain that you are a lowly creature lacking in wit or decency. Some things are simply self-evident.
By sleeping, that's what I thought. We might end up being ready to help out another party member anyway. And what do you know? Greybor. Greybor gives a sly smile as he lights his pipe. The excited glint in his eyes betrays his impatience to share some news with you. Finally, he can contain himself no longer. Interesting news has reached my ears, Professor Snape. There has been talk among the more disreputable citizens of Alan Shinra that someone is hiring the most vicious thugs and cutthroats to kill a certain Willidus. A familiar name, isn't it? I strongly suspect that this is the same Willidus who set me up during the assassination of Darazand. I'd call that a fortuitous coincidence. How did you obtain this information? Greybor sounds offended. I am an assassin. If I didn't know how to obtain rumors, I'd be out of work. I visited a few taverns, including a place called Bad Luck. It's a real cesspool, and information flows into it from all over the city. I was approached by someone who was looking for thugs to hire. He was the one who told me everything. I would have found out more if I had talked to him longer, but after he called me a bloody larva, he needed the dentist and I needed a new mug of beer. Who is this Willidus? Greybor takes a slow, thoughtful draw from his pipe, and then answers in a businesslike manner. Here's what I know about our prey. He is a demon and a wizard powerful enough to enjoy high status in the city. Lately, he has surrounded himself with a small army of mercenaries, but they are mere thugs who lack the skills of professional bodyguards. Ever since Willidus found out about the bounty on his head, he hasn't left his mansion. I suspect it's full of traps. I wouldn't underestimate the danger of facing Willidus. They were looking for real daredevils to bring him down, which means his whole business is almost certainly risky, maybe even suicidal. Who wants Willidus dead? The dwarf shrugs. an anonymous entity who apparently has more brains than Willidus, and is smart enough to keep his name a secret from his employees. I bet it is one of the Deskarites. Darazan was one of Deskari's lackeys, after all, and even though internal strife never ends within that snake pit, they always team up against external threats. And what do you suggest? I'll be damned if I let a bunch of incompetent thugs get to him before me. No. First I must have a little chat with Willidus, and then they can do whatever they want with him. How about we leave those hapless goons in the dust and visit Willidus's mansion first? Sounds like an exciting challenge, doesn't it? Do you want to kill Willidus? Not necessarily. Perhaps I'd rather have the full weight of compensation in gold. And yet, the longer my vengeance is delayed, the stronger my desire grows to collect the debt in another way. How do we find Willidus? His mansion is in the upper city. It's called the House of Wicked Knowledge. I'm not sure how wicked his knowledge is exactly, but he is truly wicked when it comes to business agreements. All right, let's pay this Willidus a visit. Excellent. I think that conversation will involve some good, old-fashioned violence. Awesome. Okay. So, Greybor, land, Camellia, and Arueshalae. I don't think I want to do them all in one go. Let's go to Delamere. We're not going to do all of it. We'll take off your bow, put your bow on her. We're only going to have you briefly anyway. And then, so we'll take you two. Then we'll drop both of you and take land. I don't need to worry about this. We're only bringing you along for one mission. Okay. It's fine. Bunch of crap I wouldn't have chosen, but whatever. I don't have the patience. Besides, you might hate me once I become a Lich anyway, so you for real might not stick around. And you, I don't care much about your stuff either. Da-da-da-da-da-da. And yeah, same deal. It's whatever. There you go. You still got this +3 equipment? That's fine. You're not going to be all that no matter what I do anyway. Okay. So we'll take on you two, drop Delamere, drop Staunton, and then circle back later. All right. Save here. Awesome. All right, now you two go on. Pick you two up. Let's handle your quest. 1,000 Delights, right? Mercy. I don't know what that one is. Prisoner of the Abyss. Oh yeah. And there we go. And now, first, Camellia's quest. Digging deeper and deeper into her complete insanity. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Herax greets you with a regal gesture. My favorite guest. Welcome to the 10,000 Delights. Shavaro is dead. Herax's laughter is light and cheerful, as if you were discussing an inconsequential matter rather than murder. What excellent news! You are my hero, my knight in shining armor. I've heard it said that on Golarion, it is customary for a lady to grant her knight some token as a sign of her affection. Let this remind you of your friend in the 10,000 Delights. My friend Camellia would like to avail herself of your brothel's special services. Camellia lowers her voice so that only you and Herax can hear her. The ones that are offered in the deepest levels of the brothel. The ones where a purchased slave takes the form of whoever my heart desires. Where Everything is possible. She speaks the last words in a whisper. Ah, Camellia, I've heard about you. Have you finally decided to have a slave transform for you? We'll extract the image from your subconscious and recreate it in every detail. You will not regret it. This pleasure is well worth the price of 10,000 gold. You will see this for yourself. Camellia winces and glances at you. I was promised no one would mention my previous visits. Then again, I don't know why I expected demons to be true to their word. Camellia, have you been here before? Camellia sighs and casts a sidelong look at the smiling Herax. Yes, I have, several times. I visited while our party was resting. I killed several pleasure slaves, but their deaths gave neither Maria nor me any real relief. So I thought it would be good for me to come here with you. If I perform the ritual while you're watching, I hope that Maria will accept the sacrifice. It's just that sacrifice back in Dresden when you learn my secret. Camellia stutters, searching for the right word for a long moment. I believe Maria likes you, my friend. I believe that she will be more willing to accept the sacrifice if you witness it. And tonight, I shall pay for an additional service so the victim will take the form Maria wants. I am certain she will be pleased. Herax, will we really be allowed to kill your slave? Of course, it is included in the cost of the service. Besides, such slaves are cheap, as their lifespan is so short. Herax frowns. However, for an additional fee of 5,000 gold, I can replace an ordinary slave with a homunculus, a soulless creature made of flesh. We keep a few here for special occasions. A homunculus? I don't like that idea, my friend. I've heard they are hard to distinguish from real people, but I do not want to deceive Maria. The slave you're going to provide, who are they? Where are they from? Herax raises her eyebrows, surprised. What an odd question. I don't know. I've never cared to ask. Why would you ask the name of the chicken you're going to eat for dinner? It's difficult to tell for whom this remark was intended. As usual, Camellia's face gives nothing away. Evil. We will use this service of yours, Herax. I'll pay. The Lich is nothing if not courteous. It's so heartwarming to know that true chivalry is not yet dead. Camellia smiles approvingly. You have my sincerest gratitude, Commander. Herax accepts the money and smiles seductively. Excellent choice, Camellia. Here's the key to the back room. Your slave waits for you there, and the guys your heart secretly longs to see. Enjoy. Boom. All right. Before we go there, let's go ahead and search around a little bit.
You appreciate this.
At first, you don't understand what is happening in the room. All you can make out in the gloom is a writhing, snarling, squelching tangle of bodies, but your eyes slowly adjust to the dim light. You notice that the body trying to break free of the claws does not belong to a demon. You cannot see the face pressed against the demon's stomach, the demon whose tongue is lolling in ecstasy. A wall of naked backs prevents you from making sense of what's happening, but you get the feeling that you know this person. The demon standing with his back to you turns around and freezes. His claws break the skin on the unknown mortal's thighs. Rivulets of blood trickle to the floor, but there are no screams of pain. Sensing a lull in proceedings, the victim raises their head, and you finally see their face. Your face. There is no expression, no emotion on the face. The features are slightly off, like in a portrait painted from memory. The demon opens his mouth and, in one movement of his powerful jaws, rips the face from its skull, leaving behind a bloody mass of gaping holes. Then the demon turns to you. What? Have they sent a new commander? Good, because this one's done. Come on in, Homunculus. So wait a minute. Let me get this straight. This demon was getting a blowjob from me, and then he chose to eat that mouth and face? Am I alone for feeling like there's something extremely off about all that? Moving right along. Intimidate 32. Been getting off the thoughts of the commander, have you? That means you owe me. Leave your money and valuables and get out of my sight before I count to 3. 1. Ooh, I'm really off on the whole, on the whole convincing people thing. Oh, I rolled a 1. That was the problem. Whoops. The demon leers. Are you counting down the seconds to your death?
Let's make this quick.
Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. Oh, I don't have any on my buff song, do I? Boom, boom, boom. Sheesh. Okay. Boom, boom. I always found the description of that scene deeply disturbing. Pressing him against your stomach, you fiend. You're not gonna... I need to get out of here. Boom. What's the belt? Dexterity +2. Camellia reaches for the door handle, but immediately jerks her hand back. We're in the right place, yes? So, behind the door, I'll see. Camellia's voice trembles from either anticipation or nerves. Are you nervous? It would appear so. Camellia's lips twitch into a smile before setting into a pensive frown again. I did not expect your presence to have this effect on me. That's a good sign. Shall we? I'm ready, she answers, and then adds more quietly to herself. I'm ready. I'll be whoever you desire, mistress. Papa? The eyes of the transformed slave, who bears a striking resemblance to Horgus, look at you with terror and a glimmer of hope. His corpulent, short body is an exact copy of Horgus Worm, as you remember him. Hello there, my dear. Come to Papa. Shut up! Shut up! Camellia recoils as if from a blow and sways on her feet. She grips her amulet in her left hand, her knuckles turning white. This can't be. It can't be you. Why? How did this happen? Could Herix have lied to me? No. Why would she? Is this some kind of joke? But what if it isn't? What if this is what my heart desires? Maria wants you to sacrifice Horgus? I don't know. I don't understand. She wipes away drops of sweat from her brow. I swear to you that I never wanted to kill my father. I never thought that's what I wanted. I never thought that Maria would crave his blood. My father raised me, cared for me, sheltered me. He wiped away my tears when I was sad. He listened to me rage when I hated everyone around me. He was the only person who helped me come to terms with my secret predilections. I respect him. I love him? Camellia brings the amulet in her clenched fist to her lips. Then why would Maria... Why am I seeing him here now, in front of me? It's Horgus. Yes, I can see that quite well. Thank you very much. Whatever would I do without your astute observations? Camellia exhales and gives her head a shake. Sorry. Address Horgus. Who are you? I'll be whoever you want me to be. I'll do whatever you say. Just please don't kill me. Calm down, Camellia. We need to decide what we're going to do with that thing. Camellia stares off into space for a few moments, but then shakes her head and looks at you. We shall do what we came here to do. What other choice do we have? Are you going to kill this hordes? Why shouldn't I? Camellia shrugs. I've already paid. I don't like wasting money. No, please don't. Camellia does not deign to answer Horgus' pitiful pleas. You recover from the shock quickly. Killing this creature is Maria's will. Who am I to oppose her? I am only doing my duty. Evil. If you decided, I won't stand in your way. The silence of Iomede's herald speaks louder than any words. Camellia wets her suddenly dry lips. Her left hand grips the bone amulet tightly. A sharpened dagger gleams dully in her right hand. Watch closely, my friend. I want you to see. I don't want you to miss even the smallest detail. I shall take my time so you may better observe. Once I'm finished, I shall eat a piece of the sacrifice's flesh. What will it be today? Kidney or heart? Or perhaps a morsel of spleen? It's always so difficult to choose. No, please! The blood feels so warm on my hands. Such a little cut, but so much blood. But just a moment. Once I reach the heart, we shall see a veritable fountain. I'm not opposed to getting a little wet today. How about you? That was intriguing. I need to think.
I'm off.
And that's one. Woo! Psycho. And I love it. Only thing I don't like about being a Lich is that I won't be able to finish a romance with her. But that's alright. We'll find another mythic path where we'll be able to get that done. A large demon guard in a chain collar stands by an inconspicuous door, toying with a miniature magic wand. He addresses you with a frown, though his voice is polite. Can I help you? What's behind that door? The upper city. Our guests often use this door, as they are far too important to be seen on the streets of the middle city. That magic toy you're holding is some sort of weapon? The demon looks at the wand with disgust. Some weapon. This is a teleportation wand. Shavara has grown concerned about security recently. She says something had happened and we should expect unwanted guests. She ordered the guards to arm themselves with these things and toss any troublemakers onto the street at the first hint of danger. Since then, I no longer take pleasure in my job. No more crushing heads, no more gutting. Who are these guests who've got Shavara so scared, I wonder? What is that collar around your neck? That's none of your The collar clanks ominously and grows a little tighter. The demon gulps, frightened, and his tone becomes more polite. We call them politeness collars. Shavara ordered all the guards to wear them. If we're rude to the guest or allow them to break the rules, the collars start to tighten until we're decapitated. Shavara is no longer in charge. Why are rules still in place? They were Trevorrow's rules, now they are Harax's rules. She stole them from Trevorrow along with everything else and let them remain in effect. The only difference is that the collars are less obnoxious. At least they stop choking us all the time. I want to go through that door. Feel free to do just that. You're not riffraff. This door was made for people like you. The guard forces out a polite grin. Awesome. Okay. So,
Inimosi Travisi. Ona Adayana. Stashoni Savitur. Stashoni Savitur. Stashoni Savitur. Inimosi Travisi. Inimosi Travisi. Inimosi Travisi. Inimosi Travisi.
Did we do that? Yes, we did.
Ona Adayanam. Ona Adayanam. Ona Adayanam. Ona Adayanam. Ona Adayanam. Ona Adayanam. Lisono Danyam. Inimosi Travisi. Inimosi Travisi.
What's on your mind?
Inimosi Travisi. Inimosi Travisi. Inimosi Travisi. Ona Adayana. Tashani Savitur. Tashani Savitur. Magritium Turinos. Inimosi Travisi. Inimosi Travisi. Inimosi Travisi. Inimosi Travisi.
Are we ready to move out?
Es Ax. Yes. Tio. Vosh. Na. Orama. Na. Orama. Na. Orama. Ba. Riti. Ba. Riti. Ba. Riti. Ba. Riti.
My skills are absolute.
Looks like we're good. All right. Looks like we're good. Oh. Who's this guard? And now we finally head to the upper city. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Come on. Excellent. Okay. Where is this in relation to everything else? Let's find out. All right, that stops there. Then we come out here. They look like a problem. Starting with the issues early, huh? So, in the upper city, more, I think, than the other two areas, there are these little small fights littered throughout. Small, but these people will absolutely give you a tremendous beatdown if you allow them to. Your attempts to interfere with Lord Baphomet's plans serve no purpose. We will find you wherever you go. Is that right? I don't think it works the way you think it works, sir.
It's time to act.
What is he doing? Nah, let's do that.
I will defend my dream.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There we go. Did I see somebody's constitution go down? No, everybody's good. And we'll collect all that crap. Headband of rigorous training. This headband of wisdom +6 allows its wearer to declare perfect strike 5 more times per day. And Earthbreaker +4. Belt of Mighty Constitution +4 as well. Good stuff. Alright, where are we? The pillar greets you politely. If you are a promising young talent, you should follow the path to Lady of Alexia's manor, the Rapture of Rupture. I know where we are now. There we go. Bunch of people we can't really talk to. Those are the guards. The stones in this wall are oddly shaped. They seem to be the body parts of demons who have been petrified, chopped into pieces, and used as a building material.
I'm gone.
Yikes. That's around in the back. We already went down there, got that. And somehow, oh, our perception check failed. Great.
I'm helpful, am I not?
That's all good. That. I don't understand what this place is about. Unless they put something more in here since the patch, but it doesn't look like it. It's just an empty spot. One, I'm not sure. Whoa. Oh. Yeah, another trap that I didn't pick up. Life Deliverer. This +4 Undead Bane light crossbow allows its wielder to cast healing spells as though they had the reach spell feat, which the mythic thing that we took already allows us to do. But I don't understand why it's just this empty matter. It's the only place like that on this level. But whatever. Moving on. And I don't know if that black mist is supposed to be similar to the black mist Areelu had in her lab, and that's why I'm able to dispel it. Ooh, they changed up how he looks a little bit. A handsome young man in a snow-white toga reclines in a plush armchair next to a table heaving with sumptuous food. Flowers are nestled in his blonde curls, while gems sparkle on his half-bared chest. A boy sits on the floor before him, rubbing the soles of the man's feet with scented oil. The master of the house greets Arueshalae with a wave of his hand. Even the glittering rings cannot hide his black scabbed fingers oozing with pus. There you are, my venomous butterfly, more beautiful than ever. I see that taking a stroll around the world of mortals did you some good. You're slimmer, and there's a healthy flush to your cheeks, just like a doll. His eyes examining you with languorous curiosity. And what is this? A souvenir from Golarion? A handsome one, isn't he? So fresh, so hale. You've barely used him, I see. Say nothing. Please, sit, eat. As I'm feeling magnanimous today, your mortal pet may also partake. Just look at this perfect table I've laid in honor of your coming. See these grapes? Every single one is gilded. And this wine from the ruins of Aslan is older than any living mortal, many demons, and even some of the gods. And last, but certainly not least, behold our main course, a roasted drake. They eat us all the time, so why shouldn't we return the favor? Thank you. Arueshalae hesitantly plucks one of the gilded grapes, puts it in her mouth, and chews slowly. It's been a while since I last saw you, Demaccio. What happened to your hands? The Azada raises his disfigured hands and smiles innocently. Don't you remember what these hands did at your behest? It seems the nature of the Azada cannot contain all the freedom granted by the Abyss without sustaining a little damage. But it's nothing. It barely hurts. Go on, eat. This is all for you. Or perhaps you'd prefer some human meat. Demaccio grabs the slave boy by the hair and presses a sharpened, manicured nail to the boy's throat. Do you want me to serve him instead? Don't. I never had a taste for mortal flesh. Arueshalae throws you a remorseful look and forces herself to finish. Only mortal souls. On a diet? Afraid of getting fat? Clever girl. You succubi must take very good care of your looks. It's not like you have anything else. Now, if you don't mind, I think I'll sample this fine repast. He picks up a piece of meat and chews on it with great relish, then wipes the grease and pus oozing from his hands on the boy's hair. Arueshalae, did you eat human meat before? The succubus shakes her head. No, but not out of any kind of virtue. It just so happened that this particular atrocity was never to my liking. Demolcio, I've come to ask for forgiveness. I did this to you. I turned you into this. It's my fault. Fault? The fallen Azada laughs melodiously. What are you on about, darling? I'm happy now, thanks to you. Who was I back in Elysium? A destitute good-for-nothing. All I did was flutter around singing ditties. And now he gestures around the rich interior with his disfigured hand. I've got everything I could dream of. Treasures, slaves, the very best grub. I sleep in comfort and with whomever I want. They respect me in the city. I open my purse and they prostrate themselves before me. All my enemies are gone now. What else is there to want? I'm happy. This isn't happiness. Is it not? That's news to me. If having all your dreams come true isn't happiness, then what is? Fine. Let your mortal pet be the arbiter. You there, Dampier, what say you? Am I happy or am I not? Lawful. There is no justice in the abyss, and there can be no happiness without it. What drivel! Do you even hear the nonsense you're spouting? What does justice have to do with it? Arueshalae, why did you bring me this dreadful boar? I remember what you were when I first met you. So brave, so kind, so inspired, and I ruined you. Forgive me. Bah! All you did was teach me what life is all about. I didn't find it amusing back then, but now I understand your valuable lesson. The old me would never have achieved what I have now. I didn't even have desires as such. What did I want? Justice, freedom, sugary froth, and idealistic drivel. I should thank you for opening that milksop's eyes. Instead of replying, Arueshalae begins to hum some strange melody. Yeah, enough. Stop that. It's making my head hurt. You want some music? Here's real music for you. Hey! Demolcio claps imperiously. 3 scantily clad succubi enter the room and start playing musical instruments. Do you recognize those dresses? You wore the same one that night you dumped me for the first time. I bawled like a simpleton, but it doesn't matter anymore. I'm always merry now. Every time I bend one of them over, I picture your face that day. Hey! Demolcio angrily turns toward the succubi. Which of you is out of tune? Hey, you! What am I paying you for? To ruin my strings? Give yourself 20 lashes. The succubus produces a whip. Demolcio grins lasciviously, his eyes darting from the musician to Arueshalae and back. Say nothing. Arueshalae stands up. I've tried to apologize, but you clearly don't need my apologies. Let's have it your way, then. I just want you to know I wholeheartedly regret what I've done to you. Goodbye, Demolcio. I'm leaving, and this time, for good. Sit down, you whore. The Azada slams his hand on the table, staining the cloth with black pus. The other succubi produce whips and smirk at Arueshalae and you. You're not leaving this place again. You're mine by right, and you'll stay mine forever. That's enough. I don't want to kill you. There's no need to fight. Let's go our separate ways and not hurt each other anymore. Desna knows we've had enough of that already. Oh, I don't want to kill you either. I want to gouge out your eyes and fuck your eye holes. Then I'll perforate your tender skin and fuck every one of those holes too. Then I'll drill a hole in your head and... He stands up. I haven't even begun to hurt you, bitch. I've dreamt of this day for so long. You, get them! With every new word spoken by the fallen Azada, Camellia's eyes sparkle more and more. She licks her lips nervously. Bluff is actually one of my favorite dialogue sequences in the entire game, but I don't feel like the Lich is the bluffing type, so I won't select it here. But fooling them into believing they might become redeemed like Arueshalae if they don't help us is absolutely hilarious. Diplomacy 30. Appeal to the slave boy. Hey boy, help us deal with them and you'll be free. Without thinking, the boy grabs a knife from the table and sinks it into Demalchio's leg. He runs off before the fallen Azada has a chance to react. You bastard! After everything I've done for you, I'll get you, you little prick! What are you waiting for? Seize them! Take the wench alive. You may eat the mortal right here. Get to it, you layabouts! Demalchio's servants lunge at you.
Save the last one for me.
Ba-boom, ba-ba-boom, 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 ba-ba-boom. This is more useful. And all that down. And all that down. And they all fall down. Ba-boom, ba-boom. Bam, ba-bam. Oh, there's more of these jerk-offs? And they're all focusing on her. Come on now, leave her alone. She doesn't deserve any of that. There we go. You're alright now. The Azada bares his teeth in a truly demonic snarl as he points his weapon at Arueshalae's chest. You're going nowhere, bitch. Nowhere. You're mine. Demalchio, I've renounced evil. Now I serve Desna, your former mistress. If she gave a succubus like me a chance, surely she can forgive you too. The path of ascension is difficult, but... Am I a toy to you? You send me to the abyss on a whim, then you change your mind and call me back to Elysium? Stuff your ascension up your... The Azada shakes his head. Suddenly, he looks desperate. Arueshalae, my girl, my butterfly. Enough of this nonsense. Do you want me to apologize? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to say any of that. I just missed you so much. I needed you so much. You're my only desire, my only dream. You alone. Demalchio falls to his knees and reaches for Arueshalae, who recoils in disgust. Everything I've hoarded, the treasures, the slaves, it's all for you. Stay. I beg of you. I'll give you everything. It will be all yours. Just don't leave me. Please don't leave. Lawful. Yeah, lawful. Arueshalae, he's lying to you. Even if he thinks he's telling the truth now. I know. I'm sorry, Demalchio, but I can't trust you. Get up, Demalchio. That's enough. For the last time, repent. Either follow me on the path to Desna, or get out of my way and let me go. It's like that then? The fallen Azada jumps to his feet. Then I would rather die than let you leave here alive. Alright, let's loot first. Get all that. And we'll take all that. Select them all. Take that. Take that. Take that. Double check over here. Didn't mean to do that, but okay, whatever. Is haste gonna last for a while? Haste is gonna last for a while.
To accept their statement.
And you're down, and finally. Seeing a whole lot of misses. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's part of the problem right there, most definitely. You come back over here. You probably already hit him with that, so you focus on this. There we go. Arueshalae kneels before the dead Azada's body. She closes her eyes and plants a kiss on his bloodied forehead. Forgive me, Damacio. Forgive me, and farewell. Let's go, Professor Snape. The succubus wipes away her tears. There is nothing left for us here. You ruined his life, and now you've killed him. Yes, it is my fault, and now I have no way to atone for it. What is left for me now? All I could do is be kinder to those around me, whether mortal or not. Arueshalae shakes her head ruefully. What just happened here? Everything he said. I need to reflect on it. I want to talk about it, but not right now. Later, when I've had a chance to sort out my thoughts and emotions. And that's that. And Damacio gives you braces of armor 5, ring of protection 4, natural armor +4, and headband of alluring charisma +4, as well as a belt of mighty constitution +4. Man, he's got a bunch of great stuff. And then Stormcaller. While wielding this +5 thundering burst spear, all creatures summoned by the wielder deal additional 1d6 sonic damage. And then gloves of monster protection. Whenever the wearer of these gloves summons a creature, that creature gets spell resistance 21. Yeah, he has some great stuff on him. All right.
I will lend you my aid.
Let's go ahead and heal up the weak links. Well, you know what? I keep forgetting. Where is that freaking thing? I unequipped it. There is a turn undead spell I should have been using, but it's fine. The one that makes your party undead even if they're actually living people. That's a little more useful to me now, considering all these living people. But no ability to change to that, so it is what it is. Let's just keep going. All right, that's Arueshalae done. Now, we need Greybor. I don't remember where Greybor's is. This is Palace of Indecency, House of Wicked Knowledge. So that's where we need to go. But I need to make a stop over here before we do that. Now that I think about it.
I'm off.
Boom, 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 boom. Quick pit stop. Hey, and look at it, sitting here waiting for us. Are you problems? You're not problems. Are you problems? I don't think so. Oh, but they're problems.
I'm always open to ideas.
Come on. Hey, I heard about you. They say you're good in a fight. How about we find out? Or is eviscerating weaklings really the best you could do?
I heed the voice of the
Oh, I can do
spirits.
better. Don't you worry. I got you.
Let's prove their logic is lacking.
How are you? Nah, we'll go back to this. You. And we'll do this. That's one, that's two, that's three. There we go.
I'll remove this obstacle.
You did, Nanio, and I do appreciate you. Why did it not open up? Come on. And that's a bunch of Valchions plus 2. This tree is growing straight out of the lava, apparently with no trouble at all. Then again, it's clearly no ordinary tree. Blood oozes from scratches on its bark, and the buds on its branches reek of rotten meat. Lava flows into the fountain through a specially crafted magic portal. Alright, I think that's enough for one day. Hope all of you enjoyed the video today. If you did, please leave me a like down below, share this content, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I will see you all in the next video. Take care.